Alright, so just spent seriously like 30 minutes trying to get this connector apart. Look at that. And then after I did get it apart, it's so full of corrosion it wouldn't come. And you need 4 thumbs to get these stupid things off the crap Ford. But once I finally did, you see down inside there? That's the pin that's supposed to be on the other side. What's up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of Project Not a Highboy. We wanted to call it a highboy, as you saw in the first episode, and if they made highboys this series of trucks, this series of F-Series, then this would have been a highboy, but they didn't make highboys, so even though we really want it to be a highboy, technically it's not a highboy. We asked you guys what you thought, and the response was that it's not a highboy. You guys are really cool about it, appreciate that, but we want to be one of those channels that listen to our subscribers, so we're changing this to Project Not a Highboy. Let's see, we got some pretty good work done in the first episode. Got a lot of the front end taken apart. In this episode, we're going to pull the trim on the fenders and the doors, get that out of the way. Then we're going to be taking the inner fenders out because we need to get them out of the way to be able to work on the engine and to get the engine out of there. And then I noticed that once the inner fenders are out, it's like 5 or 6 bolts to get the fenders off. And we got to get the one off anyway to work on it, and that'll make this one easier to prep for paint. So we're just going to go ahead and pull the entire front end. That'll make it super easy to get the engine out. It'll keep us from having to go quite so far out on the driveway to make the turn, which will be good because we don't want the engine always rolling down the driveway. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's go. All right, guys, some of you may be wondering, why am I saving this piece of rubber? The answer is because I always save everything. I've done a few restoration projects, and I found out the hard way that you never know what stuff costs or whether it's even available. So as this is just a dumb piece of rubber with a little chrome insert that's badly in need of restoration. And they may be available on LKQ for $5 a piece or something like that. They may be also completely unobtainable. So until I find out, I always save everything. You never know if it's not available at all or if it is available, but it's at a ridiculous price and it would be cheaper to try to restore these. I'm not 100% sure we're going to put these back on the truck, but if we decide to, I'm kind of leaning that way, but we'll see. Anyway, we want to be able to have them, and then that way we've got them if we need them. So for all of our projects, save everything. If you're working on something, even if it's crashed vehicle from a we're going to be doing some of those where you're fixing got hit in the front end's all smashed up. Save all those smashed up pieces because you never know when there's little pieces on there that you didn't realize were still on there or that you need to go look at, and it will help you figure out how to get the new one back on there. So save everything. so just spent seriously like 30 minutes trying to get this connector apart. Look at that. And then after I did get it apart, it's so full of corrosion it wouldn't come. And you need 4 thumbs to get these stupid things off the crap Ford. But once I finally did, you see down inside there? That's the pin that's supposed to be on the other side. So that's no good at all. We are going to be putting new connectors on there. If they make those styles still, I probably won't buy them because they suck. Probably buy some newer ones and just upgrade it. We'll solder in new pins and put the wires all together. We got this one as well. I think what I'm going to do, this one's also corroded into place. And I also need 4 thumbs to open it, but even with 4 thumbs, it's not able to come apart. So I think it's corroded into place as well. I'm going to give it another shot just in case, and then what we're probably going to end up doing is just cutting it right here, and then, like I said, wiring in a whole new connector. We'll put in a more modern one that'll hopefully be a little bit easier to take apart in the future, so that the next guy who has to do this doesn't end up hating Ford so much. I was hoping that this guy right here disconnected and that fender can come out, but it won't fit out the side of the fender. So let's take this off and then we can pull it out. Look at that. That sure makes a crap ton more room to work on this thing. We will definitely be changing the shocks and fixing the frame. Not fixing, the frame's fine, but I do want to paint it. So we will be painting the frame and those lower suspension components once we get the engine out. But look how much room there is to be able to work on this thing. So this side should be a lot easier because there's not nearly so much stuff bolted down to it. So we'll go ahead and get to work on taking that out. I don't think I'll film it just because it's so squashed. The truck's so squashed in the side here. It's going to be difficult to get an angle on it, but maybe I'll put it up here so you guys can watch. Would that be good? All right, let's go. All right, well, that was not easy. And 2 of those bolts snapped right off on the inner fender there, the ones that come up from underneath. So we'll be looking for some new ones of these as well as the cage nuts that hold them in place. There is the fender out. See that? So much room for activities. And there's the fender out over there. And here you can kind of give you a reference here. So that's what that looks like. So you can see no fenders at all. Pretty nice, huh? So that's super cool. And I got, let's see, this fender, I was going to show you, just shut off last time. This fender has that issue. And you can see through it right there, which is bad. So I don't know if we're going to save that one or not, but this one is perfect. So all I got to do is clean up that surface rust. It'll be totally fine. This trim is aluminum. It's right there, and it's a little damaged. I'm gonna have to fix that. The other one's perfect. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's just waiting for the engine hoist and disconnect some of the stuff in the back there. Been spraying those exhaust bolts down with you know, the spray. So hopefully they'll come apart. But all right, let's yank these fenders. guys, we're going to end the video right here. So it's a little bit shorter tonight, but we did get the whole front end completely removed from the truck. And I think that's a good place to stop just because I want to make sure that the entire engine pull is able to be in the next video. So stay tuned for that. Do me a favor, like this video if you enjoyed it. If you do that sort of thing, that would be fantastic. We really appreciate it. It does help a lot. And if you're interested, we do have an Instagram channel, Mischief for All. Follow us on that for behind the scenes tricks and some of the things that we're doing that don't make it into the channel. And last of all, if you like the content, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. All right, guys, that's it. I love you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.